So now in our system, let's create a file. So let's say you have a dashboard.php. Then inside this file we'll have HTML, and then here maybe this is my dashboard page. So if we log in or go to that dashboard.php, we can access it. So of course we have the login.php or this folder or file. So how do we restrict users that are not logged into the system? How do we restrict them from entering these pages if they are not logged in? So in this video I'm going to discuss about sessions and how we can use it to restrict them from accessing pages. So in our login.php, here I already have the session user. Now the session user will use or capture the currently logged in user. Then here in our dashboard.php, we just need to add a PHP file on or PHP script on the tab, and then need to add the session start. So if you are using calling session of the session variable, you need to make sure you added it on the first row or first line of code. So you need to add this method in your page. So here if we can do session, if we're trying to access this one, not that one but the user. So if we go submit, go to dashboard.php, as you can see undefined index user, since we don't have a user session, since the last login that we did is a fail or it does not exist. So here if we're going to try to log in these credentials, and if we submit, so it exists. If we go to our dashboard.php, as you can see, it will show me the details of the users that I tried to log in. So here, instead of me going to the index.php, I'm going to redirect it to the dashboard. Then here, if it's error, then we'll bring the user back to the index.php. So now I'm going to go login. So if I submit, as you can see, it returns the user does not exist. Now let's try to use this credential. If we submit, as you can see, I am redirected to the dashboard.php. So here we can store the user, then here session user. Now let's try to, this is my dashboard page, hello. Then here let's try to echo the name of the user. So currently we'll need to add, let's just add or insert two columns, first name last name, save, and then here our file, let's just do. Now here we can use the user and then the first name and the last name. So if you refresh, first name and then last name. So the reason is, in our login.php, we saved the data that before we added this first name last name, so it still does not exist. So we need to go back to our index.php and log in the user. So as you can see here, we have hello Jando. So it's now working. However, let's do log out the user. So for now there's no way we can log out the user, but doing this one, I'm just going to unset this variable. So by unsetting the user variable, if we refresh, you can see we don't have that name since I removed the session user. So here, if I'm going to go to dashboard.php, I can still access the page. Now what I'm going to do is redirect the user back to the index page if they are not logged in. So if there's no session user, what I do is for redirect the user to the index.php. So now if it is set, then we'll just display the code. So if we refresh, so we are in the dashboard, so let's just go inside. So now index.php, if we go to dashboard, so currently I am not logged in. So if I'm going to access the dashboard PHP, as you can see, it is showing me this error, or it's redirected me to the index.php. So we can also use the code that we have, login message, and then here we can add this variable. We can add please log in to continue. Now if we go to dashboard, as you can see, please log in to continue, or file so go to dashboard, file cannot be accessed, please log in to continue. Now if we go to Jando, that's password, submit, so it redirects me to the dashboard page. So if I'm going to visit the dashboard page, it does not return an error since I am logged in or the user session is set.